Hey everybody, TBC here. Well, if you've been watching my last couple of videos, you know that this year's TLPs have been announced coming next month. And it's kind of a rehash of their most popular TLPs, with the Teek server being a Mischief clone and Tormax server being called a Narrowdoon clone, but not really. More like a finally yelling at corner clone that we've seen a million times. So in today's video, I'm going to look at those rule sets and maybe look at how they can be improved. Let me know your comments down below. Are you happy with these rule sets and which one are you playing on? I'm guessing it's probably Teek because no one's going to be playing on Tormax. Let me know down below. I'll be interested to hear from you. But without further ado, let's get right on into it. So for our Teek Brothers server, this one's going to be an easy one because it's based on the Mischief rule set. Now the Mischief rule set was probably the most popular rule set they've ever done, and I played on it for a little while and I quit shortly into Velius, and it's one of my biggest regrets in this game, and I've said this before, I wish I stuck with it. Not only has the population carried on, the random loot makes it a lot more fun and introduces new ways to play. So what do we actually get on this Teek server? Well, number one, it is that random loot. So any rare mobs can drop loot from any other mob around its level range. So you're not going to be going and killing the Taskmaster in Crushbone, for example, and getting a 3D boots. No, it doesn't work like that. There is a level range of what it can drop. But it means you're more likely to be able to get, say, the 3D boots because they don't just drop from the Ifriti camp, which we know was typically always monopolized by bots. So new ways to play, and you see a lot more loot as well. Before I played on that server, I didn't know about all the swords really that drop, say, in Kedge Keep. So it makes it a little bit more fun. You just typically don't know what you're going to get. There is also the bonus loot that goes with it, so you do get more drops per kill. So that means you're going to be gearing up faster, your raids going to be gearing up faster, so your raids are going to get quicker, and you're going to be able to kill more stuff. And we also get the free trade. So gone away is that no drop tag. So all loot, for the most part, is tradable. The only items that aren't are usually tied to epics. Everything else is tradable. So you get loot, you upgrade, you can sell that old loot, whereas on a traditional server you can't. So again, it's another way to, make some chrono, and yes, it does bring in an element to those that have, say, a lot of chrono to spend, can just instantly get best in slot, but let them do that. That's why I think Daybreak like this server, it cycles through a lot of chrono, there's a lot of chrono gets bought, and a lot more chrono also gets spent on these rule sets. And with the Mischief rule set, we also get, the standard stuff like Agents of Change, which is fantastic, pick zones as well, True Box, but that is, they've already stated, going to get relaxed come Omens of War, which is fantastic. And we also, I believe, get increased chance of seeing rare NPCs as well. I believe that was part of the rule set of Mischief, so you'll see more rares as well. It is the perfect server if you want to play Everquest, probably with the most casual rule set that there is. So if you're someone that just wants to play a few hours a day, you can do it on this server and not fall behind. Worst case scenario, you can go to the bazaar and buy that gear from the raid if you missed it. Alternatively, if you're someone that can play a lot, you've got the opportunity now to sell more loot. It's a really good server that I think really captures a lot of the player base, and a lot of the player base can have fun. Of course, the only difference with the Teek server is we are going to have a Kunark start this time, as opposed to Mischief, which started in Classic. So that's the rule set, and how could we improve it? And I was thinking, there's not many ways I would. The only thing I wish they had done, because we are starting in Kunark, that does increase the level cap to 60. I just wish they give us an XP boost. Doesn't have to be Celos. That's up there. That's really crazy. Or even live. I'm not expecting anything like that. But maybe like the Gates of Discord on a TLP starting point. That would be nice. or even like one of the bonus things from Oakwind. And I know they won't touch that because Oakwind is only 1 year old, but it's kind of a nice way to increase that XP, certainly if you were leveling a persona or an alt. Really do wish to give us for Teek a bit of a elevator there. However, I'm looking forward to this grind. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be long, getting 0 to 60, but it's something that I'm very, very much looking forward to. So that's Teek for you. I think it's the server that's probably going to have 99% of the population. But now let's have a look at that Tormax server. And moving on to the Tormax server, the server with the best name, I will give it that. Tormax is a fantastic name for a server. And what we'll say, are we getting? A traditional time lock progression server based on Aradune. But it's not based on Aradune at all. Aradune only let you box 2 characters, and also it had enhanced GM support. Tormax isn't getting any of that. So it isn't an Aradune clone, not at all. Yellowknight clone, a Finnegal clone, a Cornav clone, a Mangler clone, and so on. And with the Teek server launching with it, I don't see anyone playing on this server. I really don't. It will be a much, much smaller server, and I think it is set up to fail, unfortunately. Now, can it be saved? Yes, it can. It really can. And I think the best way of doing it is by doing a copy paste of the mischief of the Teek server, but maybe without the true box, by making it box friendly server. You know, people do like that every now and again, and they've done it before with Rizlona. Rizlona's very, very long in the tooth now, so would it be time for another server like that? Absolutely. And I do think they've missed a trick here. They've said it's based on their most popular rule sets. Aradune was a product of its time. You know, go back to 2020, everyone was at home. The server launched at a perfect time when people were not working and had lots of time to play Aradune, which is why it was super popular. And if they're not going to do like a secondary Mischief clone with it, maybe do a Celos server. That would have been even more popular, I think, than what they're planning on doing right now. And that would have really made people have a very difficult decision between the Mischief clone and a Celos clone, both of which were very popular. I don't see how Tormax is going to survive in its current form, and that's a shame because it is a server with an awesome name, and it's going to fail miserably. Getting its Kunark start, maybe that's the only thing that's going for it. I just don't foresee anyone playing on it right now, and I think the only way the server can be saved is by throwing it out and starting again and making it a backup for Teek, maybe with that enhanced, like I said, without the true box and letting boxes flood to it, or you make it like a Celos. So, and like a Celos, that is the enhanced unlock cadence and the double raid, so you can raid more, or if you're not going to do the raiding more, then maybe like extra loot and things to make up for it, because you only in those expansions for a very, very short period of time. I know they wanted to do it based on the most popular ones this year, but I don't know what they were thinking. Did no one in the room look at this server and think, yeah, it's like every other server we've done before? I know they're not going to do Oakwind or touch those rule sets again, because that server's too new for them to do that. And honestly, if you were planning on playing on Tormax, you'd be better off just loading up Oakwind right now and starting a character there. You will have way more fun than what you will have lined up on Tormax. So there we go. That is my takes on, I think, what they could have done to improve the rule set for the upcoming TLPs. Let me know down below if you agree. I still think Teek is by far the runaway winner on the rule sets this year, and I hope they go back and look at Tormax, because otherwise it's going to be quieter than Miracle and all the other dead servers that they've tried before. You've no reason to start there. You've no reason to play on there when the Teek server exists and when Oakwind exists. you'd be better off playing on either one of those. But if you are going to play on Tormax, let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Lots more content to come, so appreciate the subscribe button. If you want to be notified when I put out a new video, it helps me grow the channel and it is very much appreciated. Also, huge shout out to our channel members. Thank you so much for your continued support. It keeps me coming back and making content about this fantastic game. Lots more videos are going to be coming. I'm going through a whole lot on some of my favorite spots to camp for kind of getting those early items on the Mischief rule set. So keep an eye out for that. I am the Brick Canuck, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.